What's up guys, Stephanie here, and welcome to another vlog video. I might be the one talking, but this video is all about Maverick, our 7-month-old Goldendoodle puppy. We've had him for about a month and a half now, and I wanted to put a brief video out giving you an update about how he's doing, how we're doing, adjusting to life with him, and overall just how we're enjoying our time with the dog. So as you can see, for the most part, he is super chill. He's so cuddly, he is 100% a people person, and he loves Tom and I. He connected to us as his parents super quickly. Anywhere we go in the house, outside on walks, in the dog park, he follows us. He wants to make sure he knows where we are, what we're doing, and that we aren't going too far away from him. In terms of connecting with other dogs, he was slow to start, but we've taken him to dog parks, homes of friends who have dogs that are a little bit bigger. We've tried to connect him more with dogs in the neighborhood, particularly our nearby neighbors who have gentle and kind of fun-loving dogs, and he's gotten a little bit better. In terms of following commands, he's also really good. In practically no time at all, we've taught him to sit, shake, and lay down. So we'll see what else is on the docket, but he's really receptive and a really fast learner. In terms of behavior, he's not bad. We can leave him for short periods of time out of his crate and he's totally fine. At night now, he's not in his crate at all. He doesn't have any accidents in the house. He waits to go outside even if it's a little longer than he'd like it to be, I'm sure. But with that said, you might notice we're sitting on a new couch. That is because we left him out of his crate for a little too long one day, and he did end up pawing a hole through one of our couch cushions, which was then not replaceable. We had to buy a whole new couch. So new couch and lesson learned for Tom and I for longer stints. He's still a puppy and he still needs to be crated. The only other big behavioral thing which comes with most puppies is chewing. When we first got him, he was definitely still teething. He would gnaw gently on our hands, on his bones, on our rug, but with a little bit of discipline and more chewing toys that we could let him know were his instead of the furniture, which is ours. We kind of got through that with, I would consider, minimal destruction. Now let's talk a little bit about our transition into having Maverick in our lives. So when we first brought Maverick home, it was definitely a little bit of a transition period and getting used to being on a new schedule and being responsible for someone else's well-being. We had to wake up earlier and take him out later and make sure that we were in a position to accommodate his restroom and feeding schedule, which didn't take so long to get used to. It's more of just making sure it's a priority and that you are planning your days in advance. So whereas we used to be a little more spontaneous, if we were at work and a coworker decided that afternoon, hey, let's go to happy hour, we could just go do that. Whereas now we have to plan happy hours a few days in advance so that we can make sure we come home and let him out and take care of him first before we go out and do what we might want to do. The second big thing that took some adjusting to, particularly on my part, was the cleanliness factor. I am super clean. Everyone who knows me knows that I can't stand things being out of place or things being dusty or dirty. So now having a dog who's going out multiple times a day and bringing in dirt or rainwater, sticks. The guy loves sticks. Every single time we go outside, he finds himself a tree branch or a broken stick of some sort to carry around on the walks with him and play with. Sometimes we're able to get him out of his mouth before he comes back inside, and sometimes we're not. So bottom line is, our floors are a little dirtier and I've just had to get used to it. So now I want to offer you a couple of my personal thoughts about owning a dog and whether it's something that you should consider doing. Owning a dog is a big responsibility. It takes a lot of time, it takes commitment, and quite frankly, it takes a willingness on your part to want to make the changes to give that dog a good life. That means getting your butt out of bed early, which I hate doing. I love to sleep in, especially on the weekends. The last thing I want to do is get woken up at 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning to have to go take the dog for a walk. But It also gets my butt out of bed and makes me go for a walk. I never thought that I would enjoy having to wake up early and walk around the neighborhood, but I actually kind of do. Don't get me wrong, I still don't like getting out of bed early. I'm not a morning person. But once I make myself go through the process of getting out of my bed, and we get the leash on, and I get my shoes on, and we go outside, it's actually really peaceful to walk around the neighborhood that early in the morning. The second benefit is it's caused us to actually meet our neighbors. We have passed these people for, in some cases, years, and all we've done is exchange names and pleasantries. But having Maverick, he's cute, everyone wants to stop and pet him, and that forces interaction on the part of us to get to know these people in our neighborhood. And we've actually learned that some people are really awesome, and people that maybe we want to get to know a little bit more, and certainly that we've learned more about as we've had further conversations with them. So not only does it make us more active, but it also assists us in making relationships with the people we live near. Thirdly, he's just always there. And he's loyal, and he's loving, and he's cuddly, and he will not let you stay in a sad or a bad mood. The second you lay down, he is there. He wants to cuddle, he wants to lick you, he wants to play. So I would say that despite the schedule changes and the stressful moments of him eating through our couch or dragging things through the floor of our home, overall, he has 100% improved my mood, my outlook, made me more active, and been a positive influence on my life. I don't even know how we could go back to a life without him in it. It's hard to even imagine him not being here now. He really just fills up the house and fills up our hearts. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more about our journey with Maverick and his journey with us. And as usual, we'll see you next week.